opening statement from Ed, and then David will take questions, and we'll come back to Ed.
Very, very excited about the way our mindset and our approach, the way we came out. A totally different team, a totally different mindset when we played them 8 days ago. David, did a really good job being the leader, he and Nate, and they've been consistently doing that. But I thought we got really good contributions from Jared, AJ, Reeves, Nichols. I just thought it was a good team win defensively. I thought in the last 7-8 minutes, whether we were fatigued or, when you have an inexperienced group out there that doesn't have a lot of game experience, I thought we showed some immaturity and fatigue. But I'm very happy about the win, very excited for our players. And now we have an opportunity to play, a top 10 team getting ready to come in here on Saturday. So we got our work cut out. But, we're going to enjoy this one for a couple of minutes and look forward to playing a really good Creighton team. Go ahead, David.
AP.
Any questions for David?
Yeah, David, can you just speak to kind of confidence that you're playing individually with right now?
A lot of it comes from, Coach Cooley, having, a lot of confidence in me. It kind of helps me keep confidence in myself. My teammates, they do a great job, keeping me motivated, keeping me on track. Just putting confidence in me daily, before the game, halftime, second half, all throughout the game. And that just, contributes to my confidence. I don't know if it's more of me as well as, everybody else around me. They're the ones that are mainly, helping me, keeping me confident.
And did anyone tell you what your stat line was at the half? Do you guys share the stat sheet? I think you had 17, 7, and 4 or 5 at the half.
Oh, I did not know that.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a good half. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you were sniffing a triple-double? Was there any chit-chat of that on the bench?
Not at all. I don't think I came out second half, so I didn't really get a chance to hear that. But I think second half, like Coach said, we hit a phase where the lead was kind of cutting down, and, that's what we were just talking about, staying focused and trying to come out here with the win. At the end of the day, the stats are cool, but shoot, as long as we can walk out here with a Big East win, that's like the main priority. So that's really what all the conversation was about, whole second half.
David, you talk about being very assertive in the first half there and taking the team on your back.
I think I just, today I had things rolling, and that's just what Coach, like I alluded to earlier, Coach keeps me in attack mode, just tells me, stay in attack mode, stay confident out there. And I think that helps me with my confidence and understanding, knowing how much work I didn't put in, and just having belief in myself, not being afraid to take shots and things like that contributed to my assertiveness.
David, did you think the group kind of fed off your big first half? And I asked that because, it looked like you guys were able to still maintain your lead, yet you weren't getting the points that you were in the first half. How much is a credit to the group maybe kind of feeding off what you were doing?
One thing that we talked about with like 4 minutes left in the first half and at halftime was, when we have a lead that's borderline 15, almost 20, about, keeping our foot on the gas and, putting our foot down. So now it gets to a point where, we can get that 20-point lead, be confident, and now we can run away with the game instead of, having them, hang around here and there. So I think coming out at halftime, that is kind of, that kind of helped my teammates understand, help them be aggressive as well, not turn down open shots, open looks, still attack the basket, share the ball, and things like that, as you saw today.
David, was the game moving slowly for you in your head? Did it feel slow? You just looked so in control in the first half, and the shots that you took, everything came in the flow of the game. So I'm just wondering, do you feel like it's coming to you? Is everything clean for you now?
Yeah, with college basketball, everything's about experience. I feel like I have a lot of game experience, and now it's year 3, and the game is, slowing down for me a lot since freshman year, definitely. more since last year. So, yeah, I mean, that's what coach always talks about, having the game, be slow. You can move fast, but have the, think the game, have it be like you're moving kind of in slow motion, but at the same time, you're still being productive and not literally, moving slow on the court.
And do you feel the success of the offense kind of got the defense playing better? Usually I know it's the other way around, but I felt like just watching it, the offensive success kind of sparked the defense a little.
Yeah, I mean, when the ball's going in, we can get back on defense first. If you're missing shots, turn the ball over, then they can get out in transition. So, we're making shots and we're able to get back and it's a set defense. I think we're really hard to score on when we're in a set defense. Coaches do a great job with the scout and things like that. So we're able to, pick other teams apart on both sides of the ball. But today, like you said, I think we were making a lot of shots and that helps our confidence on the defensive end as well.
And then they had a chance for those 2 free throws to get it to single digits. Nate got the basket, and you came up with the steal to kind of ice it there, and then Greg hit the 3 from the corner. What does it say about you guys and the ability to close when it looked like things were getting away from you?
Just our poise, about 3 or 4 of the guys in the court at that time had been, in close games before in the Big East. So I think, it's just about staying poised and understanding what you have to do, what plays you have to make in order that are winning plays at the end of the game, especially when things are looking like they're getting to, a single-digit lead and things like that. About how can we find ways to get good shots, get stops. Every stop at that point matters, even more than, any other stop. So I think that's just what we were thinking about in that time.
And how do you repeat this going forward?
Just staying level-headed, even keeled, not getting too high or too low, understanding that we did, complete our mission, which was to leave here with the win. Now going back, watching film, picking out the things that we didn't do as well that we can clean up. And, looking at the things we did do well and, try to continue that and, consciously in our head, when we're in practice and preparation days and things like that. And even in the next game, trying to get some more of those good things and, limit the negative stuff.
David, second straight year now, you guys are 3-1 to start the league. How does that position you guys now for where you want to be in maybe a month or 2?
We take it, game by game. We don't obviously, the main goal at the end of the year is to, have a postseason in the tournament. But we take every game day by day, and after you win a game, it's cool, you can celebrate for a little bit. But then, after about a couple hours, you're on to the next game. Thinking about how you can get another win. So I think right now it puts us in a good position, but we're definitely taking it game by game.
And just talk about Saturday's opportunity. Top 10 team in your place. You guys were, picked to finish tops in the league. Same with them. Is this sort of an early statement game for you guys and kind of a benchmark to kind of compare yourself to one of the league's best?
Yeah, most definitely. Great opportunity. Have a top 10 team coming in here at home. Home games are prideful for us, and just we have big opportunities just straight like that. We got to get a win and treat it as you would treat any other Big East game at the end of the day. The mission is to win. Obviously, this weekend is a big opportunity for us, but at the end of the day, we still have one goal.
Any more questions for David? Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Ed will take your questions now.
Fire away, man.
Ed, was this the best game you guys played this season?
I would say from start to finish, I would put it up there with one of the better games as far as our game plan and what we tried to do and what we tried to accomplish. Given we didn't play as well as we wanted to a week ago, I would say it's one of the better games. Yes.
And like David just kind of spoke about the poise that the team showed toward the end when. And not that it was totally getting away, but they had a chance to cut it to single digits. What does that say about the growth of this team to this point?
Well, I really applauded our team during our shoot around. We've had an up and down kind of roller coaster early part of the season, yet we were able to win 2 overtime games. And that can't be overlooked as far as execution under duress. So, I think giving them that level of confidence with that type of verbiage allowed us to kind of play a little bit more urgent and free. And I thought our players did that today. You know, I mean, to win a couple of overtime games the way we did it, it's a credit to their mental toughness and the preparation of execution.
And how important was interior defense in this game? What you stress? I think Butler had 38 points in the paint the last time out, down to 28 tonight.
Well, I mean, Enzi is a really good player. Golden is a senior. You know, they have an emerging freshman, number 21. I don't remember anybody's name, but, you know, he's going to be very, very good. They got out in transition a little bit. You know, we stressed tough catches, keeping them out of the paint, and making them, you know, make plays over our length and our strength. And I thought our guys executed a pretty good game plan for that.
And the kind of talk coming out of the loss at Butler was it was an opportunity kind of missed. Did you bring that up or bring up the word revenge in the last, you know, couple days, or was it just, you know, that was 2 games ago and you have to move on?
I think we talked about, you know, if we're fortunate to get through the season and stay healthy and, you know, not be paused because of the pandemic, you know, you do everything you can not to get swept, you know. So tiebreakers, you know, when they come into play, it'll be that much more difficult to figure out your seeding if we're fortunate to have a Big East tournament, whatever. But you never want to be swept. So that's what I talked about. We also talked about, you know, development. You know, where are we at from a week ago playing against this team? Mm-hmm. So it was asked to me earlier in the week, do I want to play a team back to back like we did? And the answer to that is yes. Because you're fresh with them, they're fresh with you. You know their nuances, they know our nuances, and whoever has the best execution is probably going to win the game. And I thought we had a really good execution plan today.
And then David, in that first half, he's making step-back threes. He's driving through 3 guys for like power layups. Do you become a fan a little bit and just kind of shake your head and say, whoa?
The thing is, I mean, David's been doing that. I don't know what he's averaging the last 5 or 6 games, but I mean, he's been as efficient as anybody in the country. You know, he's just, you know, playing under the radar for what all the national pundits think good basketball players are. I see a really good player every single day in practice. And it's no one that I've seen work as hard on his body, on his conditioning, and on his game than David. So, I mean, he's putting the time in to do what he's doing. And every now and then, you get caught off. It's not so much what he's doing is how he's doing it. You know, the game is getting really slow to him, and that's when players become elite. The game, you know, it just slows down. He sees it. He feels it. And I'm a coach who preaches aggression and attack, and he's in that attack mode like there's no tomorrow.
Ed, in a year like
go ahead, Nick.
All right, thanks. In a year like this where you had a shortened preseason, especially with David, but, you know, with the whole team too, are you seeing the growth game by game, maybe more than you would in a normal season?
In a normal season, I mean, you're not going to play as many heavy early games with respect to league play. So when you're able to play, you know, 7 to 8 high majors and a couple of teams that come to your building and play, it allows you to build that chemistry and build that continuity. And not having that, it's been tough. It's been tough. You know, your younger guys are cut a little bit short because of the urgent time of now. So you kind of go with your veterans a little bit. But I have seen my team get better. In the pause when we didn't play, I think Xavier was canceled, Connecticut was canceled, then DePaul was canceled. In that frame there, we were able to work on some things to improve, you know. And then in the past week, I thought we got better when we didn't go home for Christmas. I'm very glad we didn't. I feel for our players, but we were still able to come together and work on some things that we need to continue to do, yet I think we're getting better with preparation and practice.
And just what went into the decision today to put Jimmy in the starting 5 and start him off?
Just something different with his length. He's been around, but, you know, both he and Noah kind of play equal amount of minutes. And it was more of a coach's decision based on what they do and what our strengths were. And I thought Jimmy gave us an opportunity to use his length and his experience a little bit more.
At the last few games, you've shortened the rotation a little bit. How has that maybe helped you guys on the floor gain some, you know, continuity, you know, earlier in games?
Well, many coaches in the country get to 8-9 man rotation, and normally I'm somebody who likes to play everybody early to get them prepared and get them wet. But without all these non-conference games, unfortunately, you got to be the bad guy and go with what you know and go with what you see every day in practice. Everybody every day has a chance to crack that rotation in practice, and and sometimes they're not as fortunate if they're playing well. It's more a coach's decision.
Any other questions for Ed?
Happy New Year to everybody. I appreciate all the coverage, and hope you guys have a safe and happy 2021. Happy New Year, man.